Good morning. So glad to have you here with us on Up with KREM on the CW22. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Well, just in this morning, the inland Northwest is going to be under a winter weather advisory soon. So let's go ahead and send things right over to meteorologist Jeremy Legoo, who's in the Outdoor Weather Center. So Jeremy, what can we expect from this winter weather advisory?
Snow. How cool is that? Now, I know not everybody loves snow, but it's the first one of the season. You got to just embrace it and kind of just take in the wonder. Right now, our temperatures sit on the mild side relatively, especially compared to yesterday. We're at 30 degrees this morning here in Spokane. That's thanks to a little bit of cloud cover, but temperatures down below freezing means the ground continues to cool. It's getting ready to get that snow and get that snow to stick, but unfortunately, the event starts later this afternoon and this evening when our temperatures are basically going to be at their peak for the day. That'll be about 39 degrees. And as we see that moisture move in, it's a little bit of snow and rain mixing. As we get into the afternoon and night, that's when things start to change, or later on tonight, overnight into tomorrow. That's why we have the winter weather advisory in place basically everywhere you see shaded in purple, from the Cascades through the Columbia Basin, up into Spokane, parts of the Palouse, up into northeastern Washington and North Idaho. We are going to see accumulating snow. Right now, we're starting to see a little something out ahead of that storm. It's a little bit of moisture kind of moving past the Cascades as that storm nears, but we're going to see the real moisture kind of make it toward us later on this afternoon and evening. It's likely we see a couple of stray scattered light showers later today. The bulk of our moisture arrives overnight, and that's when it comes down as snow. But watch what happens. We got southerly flow and a little warm air advection, so we likely see a little bit of this transitioning over to rain, and that line basically stretches from Moses Lake straight into Spokane down towards St. Mary's, and it does include the Palouse. Eventually, snow on the backside of this, it winds down and moves out. All said and done, it's a few inches of snow in a lot of locations. Everywhere you see shaded in blue picks up at least an inch. The interesting spot is this little green shaded area here where we likely see that rain mixing in. I'll let you know what that means for our potential accumulation coming up in the full forecast.
Here in Washington, if you attend a large event at the Spokane Arena or really any other venue, you will need to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test.
Now, these guidelines are part of a vaccine mandate across Washington, and it affects indoor events with 1,000 or more people, as well as outdoor events with 10,000 or more spectators.
So the vaccine mandate, though, does not apply to private businesses such as restaurants. However, they can require it for people walking through their doors.
So this morning, KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez is live from Boots Bakery, explaining why they've made the decision to require vaccinations and even the response that they've gotten from customers. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Channing and Tim. So here at Boots Bakery, you can see it on their door here, masks are required, and they have been throughout the pandemic. But recently, Boots Bakery says you need to bring one of these, your vaccine card, if you're interested in dining in. So I talked to the owner about why they made this decision.
Decided to reopen for dine-in, and as a team decided the only safe way to do that was to require Vax cards for dine-in.
So anyone who wants to eat in must show proof they have the COVID vaccine and wear a mask. A rule not everyone was happy with, though. Reviews of Boots Bakery flooded with negative comments over the weekend. Yelp even shut down the ability to post new reviews to the Boots page.
I feel like we're doing the right thing, but it still upsets me that people aren't happy, of course.
And now Allison said that a lot of the reviews that they saw that were negative actually were coming from people who had never even been here to Boots Bakery. So that is why the Spokane Guild posted this on Instagram the other day, asking for community support for Boots Bakery here. And that's exactly what we saw, people showing the love online and in person here. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Well, Boots Bakery, not the only business in Spokane that requires proof of vaccination.
That's right. Italia Trattoria, Baby Bar, and Lucky You Lounge all require proof of vaccination. And across the state in King County, health guidelines require people there to show proof of COVID-19 vaccines or a negative test in order to dine in at bars and restaurants.
This leads to our question of the morning. We are asking you, should businesses have the choice to require proof of vaccination? Vote in our live Twitter poll right now on my page, Up with Tim on Twitter, or text us why or why not to the number 509-448-2000. You could see your comment here on the show right now. Almost 90% of people saying yes, businesses should have the choice of requiring vaccines.
It's time now for your morning rush. More news in less time.
Staying on the business note, OSHA is suspending implementation and enforcement of President Biden's vaccine mandate. OSHA says it will wait to enforce the mandate pending further court action. Right now, there are 3 lawsuits against the mandate, including one that involves Idaho Governor Brad Little. The Biden administration's vaccine and testing mandate, affecting 84 million Americans, wasn't scheduled to start until January 4th.
Semi-trucks getting stuck under underpasses in Spokane is a constant problem, but authorities are working to fix it. So warning chimes made of plastic have been installed on East Sprague Avenue, leading to the Division Street Railroad Bridge. Just last week, a semi-truck was wedged under a bridge at Trent Avenue, blocking the road there.
The man accused of shooting a federal agent outside of a Spokane motel earlier this month could spend the rest of his life in prison. Randy Holmes appeared over video from Spokane County Jail yesterday. A grand jury indicted Holmes on 3 separate charges. Court documents show the undercover ATF agent planned to meet with Holmes for an illegal gun sale outside of the Motel 6 off of Sunset Boulevard. There were reports of gunshots, and then police found Holmes with multiple gunshot wounds. The ATF agent was also hit but recovered.
A woman is not in good shape after police say she was deliberately hit by a car. This happened near Brown and Pacific Avenue. According to Spokane police, the driver purposely hit the woman after an altercation happened between the 2 of them. Now, after the driver hit the woman, she then crashed into a concrete wall, and both of them were taken to the hospital.
A teen is in the hospital and a dog has been killed after a shooting in North Spokane. The shooting happened at the North Cliff Terrace Apartments on West Cora Avenue yesterday morning. No arrests have been made, although police did confirm that the shooting does not appear to be random, but the teen is expected to be okay. That is your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. Now that the Pfizer vaccine is available to kids ages 5 and older, clinics have been popping up all over Spokane to get kids vaccinated.
So last night, the Spokane Public School Board heard from upset people about the district letting Spokane Regional Health use some school buildings to host vaccine clinics.
It's time to end the mandates. Leave the children alone.
Protesters gathered outside and inside chairs were filled. Some say they don't support the health district using schools to provide vaccines.
I'm just wondering why Spokane Public Schools are being used by the Spokane Regional Health Clinic or Health District to administer COVID-19 shots to children as young as 5 years old.
KREM 2 was at one of those vaccine clinics at Ferris High School last week to cover that event. The clinic was opened after school hours and it gave COVID and flu vaccines to anyone who wanted one, not just school-age children. Superintendent Adam Swinyard says these types of clinics have been around in the past for others such as mumps, measles, and rubella.
And so we've continued that practice with the COVID vaccine.
The SPS superintendent went on to say that children need permission from a parent in order to get the COVID vaccine and that students are not required to have one to attend class in person.
Tom's Turkey Drive happening right now. Coming up on Up with KREM, Laura Papetti joining us live from Rosars telling you how to donate and help provide 11,000 Thanksgiving meals for families in the Inland Northwest.